What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now Plus. I'm Alex, and in this video, I want to talk about the Rock statements about F10 and F11. Now, obviously, this is several days old. This happened on Wednesday, but what kind of fraud Fast and Furious fan would I be if I didn't talk about this in some respect? So I chose to do it here. If you guys care about it, I truly appreciate you guys watching. If you don't, I guess I understand. So, basically, he says, I would say as certainly as you can get, at least right now, that he's not in F10 and F11. Now, you see the headlines, and it's like, oh, well, maybe he's kidding, or maybe, how exactly did they, it could be like a clickbait thing, are they kind of messing with his words? No, when you read his exact word usage, he makes it sound very, very much like he's not obviously in F9, he's not going to be in F10, he's not going to be in F11, he's not going to be in any other, there could be other, Fast and Furious movies that he also would not be in. Now, Hobbs and Shaw is separate, that's Fast and Furious Presents Hobbs and Shaw, so his character will still live on, which I do honestly like. But here's the deal. Here's the deal with this video. I'm gonna call his bluff, and you can call me. I don't know. There's probably plenty of words you can call me. Maybe gullible is one of them. Maybe that I'm setting myself up for disappointment and just outright failure. That could be another one. But I want to believe more than all else that they can do something where he. Now, am I expecting him to be like a main cast member? All right, well, to be honest with you, before he said this, okay, I thought the odds would have been maybe okay. That maybe not in F10, but maybe F11, he could return as a major character, okay? At this point, I'm expecting almost the same thing from him as I'm expecting from Brian. In terms of Brian, I would expect just like a scene or two in the final movie, F11. I would expect to visually see him, and I would even go so far to say hear him. Now, I don't know, what they're going to steal from, past movies, maybe something like that, maybe him saying Mia's name, who knows exactly what, but I would imagine that he's in just a little bit. I think The Rock hopefully would be the same. Here's the deal. Again, in terms of me, believing or putting so much trust, and then it's just all going to fall apart, which is definitely going to be, disappointing when it happens, if it happens. But I really see Fast and Furious as an Avengers-like experience, okay? And I think anybody that has stuck around from 5 on, specifically 5 on, if you're still in for the ride, bless you. I'm one of them as well. I want everybody back. Now, and I've said it before, I want death to, I want there to be, impact with losing characters, right? I don't want every single person that dies to be brought back. I don't want, I don't want really what they did in F9, making people literally invincible and then basically mocking themselves. I don't necessarily, in fact, I just flat out do not want that. But I have a wish list for Fast and Furious, and it's pretty much bring Giselle back in some way, bring Gal Gadot back, which I do think, as I talked about in videos on my main channel, I do think they set it up. I do think there's enough kind of crumb trails to lead to Giselle coming back through Mr. Nobody and through other means like that, which again we've gone through in that video. So that's one thing I want, and now I want Luke Hobbs to return. I want The Rock to return. What's funny is, and not really funny again, because all of this stuff is pretty disappointing, honestly. A lot of people I think would go to the Vin Diesel stuff. Now, The Rock kind of joked about when Vin Diesel said, he was playing, he was kind of playing rough or playing tough to kind of get the best acting experience out of The Rock as humanly possible, which is funny. And I think everybody under the sun knew that was not true and that was a lie and that was something Vin Diesel just crafted probably in under 10 seconds. And I love the guy, okay, but that's very clearly a lie. The Rock literally laughed out loud, at that. So clearly that's not true. But I'm not an insider. I'm not TMZ, even though TMZ isn't really I'm not any of these people, right? But the sense that I have always gotten, at least over the last little while, is that I feel like they're okay. I feel like The Rock and Vin Diesel have paved things over at least enough to probably work together again if they had to. You know what I mean? However, Tyrese Gibson is different, right? Our good old friend Roman, who I love Roman in these movies, and at the same time, though, Tyrese Gibson and The Rock, we know that they've had very public, kind of fights with each other. So that's disappointing to see. I would argue it's them. That's the issue there, because Roman obviously is a integral part of Fast and Furious. Now, I think one of him or Tez should be removed in terms of making it impactful, making there actually feel like there's consequences in these movies. I think killing off one of the two or even both would be something that I would like to see. I honestly was for it in F9. Clearly, that's not the path they went down, and that's okay. But I'm not saying like get rid. Well, in a way, I am. I'm saying, I don't know. I don't know if you had to say, would you get rid of Roman to bring back Luke Hobbs? Would you do that deal? I don't know. I feel like my initial answer would be yes, and then I would think about it, and then maybe I would say, I don't know, because he's an amazing character in that franchise. You'd miss him quite a bit. You really would. So, I know I'm jumping all around. I will say, though, a very risky prediction is I'm going to call his bluff. I'm going to say there's maybe a way of, I don't know, like mentioning him, honestly, I would not even say is enough. If they're ending this thing. Look, F11 ends it. You know what I mean? And this is such, in my opinion, a powerful franchise. And I get it's a laughingstock to a lot of people, but to a lot of other people, it's a very powerful franchise. And they've done some amazing things. And so to bring back everybody. You literally brought Han back from the dead, okay? You do these things if you bring back Giselle, but even if you don't, right? I think Brian is a shoo-in. I really think 100%, it's going to happen. So you have Han back. You may have Giselle back. You're going to bring Shaw back because, spoilers, he's at he's in the after credit scene of F9. So, like, he'll definitely be back in future movies. So, like, all of these characters is coming back. Brian will be back. You even brought Mia back, right? And you're not going to bring Luke Hobbs, one of the, he came around literally as it got good. 5 was phenomenal. I loved him in 6. I loved him in 7. I loved him. I mean, he like 7, he was barely in it, but he was great in the time he was. And then 8, he's been an integral part of these movies. So to not have him be in it when everything's ending seems rough. And, again, so maybe it's wishful thinking that maybe he's just saying that to kind of get rid of speculation. But I don't know. I feel like maybe above all, I just have confidence that they know what people want. In terms of like Justin Lin, even Vin Diesel, even just like the studio in general, they know what people want. They know that they need to keep kicking things up to the next level, but they also know when wrapping things up, you got to go big and you only get one shot at it, right? So like, yeah, Giselle is I think an option on the table. Bringing back Luke Hobbs, again, maybe not as a main character, but just as like a one-off scene. Another thing to keep in mind too is these movies are going to film back to back starting, I believe, in January. So they're probably going to be filming 5, 6, 7 months, the first half of next year. Going to be very interesting, and I'm going to be watching, right? What's Gal Gadot doing during these 6 months? Now, again, am I expecting her to be in every single scene? No. So I don't expect her to be there for like half a year, but like, is she going to have any clues that maybe she's there? Is The Rock going to have any scheduling things we see on his Instagram or whatever that could suggest he's there for a couple of weeks? That's going to be, in my opinion, very interesting to watch for literally, I would say, the first half of 2022. So let me know, guys, what you think in the comments below. Maybe nobody cares. I certainly do care. I think the internet cares that, if The Rock is or isn't going to be back in Fast and Furious. But let me know. As always, make sure you guys are subscribed to this channel. Hit the bell icon so you guys know when all these videos go up. I do a brand new video on this channel every single day, and so I hope to see you guys for tomorrow's video.